Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video, which is going to be my top drawer nosy. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my everyday favorites makeup drawer. It's my top left of my desk where I sit getting ready every day, and I put everything in there that is my most used, my go-to for everyday makeup. The only products that don't go in there, either because they don't fit or they just have their own drawer for that specific category, is foundations, eyeshadow palettes and lip products. Everything else that you can think of that I would use day-to-day basis: primers, concealers, powders, bronzers, highlighters, blush, single eyeshadows, etc., live in my top left drawer where I can get my greedy paws on them as quickly as possible. But not all of them, only my top used, my most reach for products in all of those categories live in there, and it's updated pretty frequently. Every time I get a new holy grail, a new favorite, something comes out to make room for the new contender. So I like to update these videos every now and then so you guys can see what's changed, what's disappeared, what's been gazumped, what's been kicked out, and what has replaced it, so you can truly see what among my collection I'm reaching for on a day-to-day basis. What are my kind of most used, most loved products? So without further ado, let's get in there. Okay guys, and here we are in my top drawer where all of my favourite makeup delights live. So to start off with, this drawer is the top drawer in my desk where I get ready every day. So I have two 5-drawer Alex drawers from Ikea. This is the one on the left, the top drawer, so it's one of the more shallow drawers in that unit. And then this insert is a jewelry insert, I believe, that is for, you know, a wardrobe insert. So that's what's in here, and that is from Ikea also, which I will link in the description box. One of my favorite inserts because it isn't one that really shows like dust or makeup as much as some of the others that are kind of just show every speck of makeup, and obviously it does get covered in makeup, so I find this just remains a little less grubby looking. So as you can see, we've got all different sections. I'm going to start in this section right here because this is kind of my basics. It's where all are sort of really the most boring stuff, but the most essential stuff lives. So first of all, we have my two kind of everyday primers. So these are the Tom Ford Soft Matte Primer and the Hourglass Illusion Priming Moisturiser. So those really are the only two primers that I use day to day, and they both live in here. Next up, we have quite a few brow pencils. Typically I only have a couple, but there have been a few brow releases lately that I have enjoyed, so there's a few more in here than usual. The only one I really use for the most part is the Benefit Precisely My Brow Detailer. It's my absolute all-time favourite, and I am in desperate need of a restock because that's all that's left, that tiny little nib. So we'll need to do something about that rather quickly. We then have the other three that are sort of all newer to me. So these are in here because they've sort of been being tested, and I like all three of these. We've got the Lisa Eldridge that we know has had its launch delayed. We've got the Vieve, and then the ABH Archibrow pencil. These are all not as beloved as my Benefit, but they're like nice and good enough for me to want to use them up and get use out of them. So I'm just sort of getting some use out of those three, but none of them managed to topple my Precisely My Brow Detailer. So these are all sort of, once they're used up, I probably wouldn't repurchase them. And these days I only have the one concealer in 2 shades in here, and that's the Chanel. All other concealers have been relocated because this is really the only concealer I want to use these days. And then we have, of course, my Givenchy Prisma Libre powder. Again, the only powder or I should say the only powder I use on my face that's made it into this top drawer in quite some while. The only brow gel that I ever use, the Rare Beauty. And then we have a few mascaras. We have a full size and a travel size of the Charlotte Tilbury Push Up Lashes. Then we have the waterproof Benefit Bad Gal Bang for those days. Really the only time when I would use this is if I know for a fact I'm going to get very severely rained on and I want to wear makeup for some reason. And then the Hourglass Unlocked, which has probably become like my all-time favourite mascara recently. So that's how we put everything nice and neatly back in there. Lovely. Then I think what we're going to do is go to the back, because again this is very miscellaneous back here. So in this little side sort of square unit we keep these sort of eye priming products. So we've got my Nars Pot concealer, and then a couple of shades of the Pat McGrath powder and a mini Charlotte Tilbury powder, and this drawer I just use as my eyeshadow priming little bits that I like to prime for eyeshadow with in there. This is the biggest miscellaneous compartment of all. There, goodness knows what is in here, all sorts. I can't pull it out any further than that, but I will show you what's in here. So we've got a lot of sort of eyeshadow singles in here. We have the ABH Glidr Shadow Stick and Champagne Ice. This is a really nice one if I just want to sort of brighten up like my inner corner. I like to shove a bit of this in the inner corner because it's very nice and icy. I'm really sorry, the light, it's very hard to set up light to film this drawer, so I'm sure it's not the best, certainly not as good as what I have, you know, when I'm just like filming in my normal space. But it's very tricky to try and get light over here and have it be quality and have my camera focus when there's no human for it to hone in on. So I'm really sorry if this is a nightmare. I've then got my Bobbi Brown in the Moonstone shade, which I have been absolutely loving. Just a gorgeous sort of one and done or topper shade. I then have 3 of my Lisa Eldridge Liquid Silks. These are kind of my go-to for like quick days when I just want to do something on the lid and it be really flattering, really long wearing, not crease, just be really, really beautiful, a matte sort of natural, no makeup kind of days. I also have my sort of second Fara Homidi bronzer shade in here. I think this is the Bois. Oh God, I can't open this. It's so tricky to open. I don't want to smudge my nail varnish because I literally just did it. Here she is. So this is the lighter Bois shade in the refill packaging that I have to keep in there because I kind of go back and forth on which shade I'm liking. We then have my Dior bronzer stick, which I am really using a lot of, as you can see by the absolute state of it. Intrigued to know how long this is going to last me because there's not a huge amount left. It is an absolute mess though. Gross. I then have my 2 favourite shades of the Rhode blush stick. So this is Freckle, is that right? Tan Line, I lied. So this is Tan Line. Whoa, this is Tan Line, and then this is Freckle. So these are kind of my 2 favourite shades in that pocket blush, which I absolutely love. And then we have a few more eyeshadow singles. So we've got Victoria Beckham Honey, and then we've got 3 of the Hourglass Scattered Lights. We have Smoke, Ray, and Reflect. This is what they look like, little pots. Really pretty, like one and done shadows. I will say I haven't reached for these Hourglass in a long time. I've just been enjoying other products, but I will come back to them because I know I love them so much, but I do need to get a bit more use out of them than I have been lately. Okay, so now we can move on to the slightly more sensible, sensical sections, because these are all of my bronzer, blush and highlighters, like my most used, my most favourite singles in those categories. So let's start off over here. As far as which section they go into, this is obviously my Chanel section. The others, it's just the best way that they can fit. There's no other sort of rhyme or reason to it. So I have 3 Hourglass blushes in here. We have Euphoric Fusion, Mood Exposure and At Night. Shall we swatch these? Why not? I can't swatch everything because we will be here all day. I do actually have some other videos I have to film today, so we have to be fairly quick. Mood Exposure. I'm really sorry, there is construction going on next door in the garden, so I'm really sorry if you hear anything. I'm trying to sort of work around it and I'll try and edit out anything I can, but I'm really sorry if you are picking up any of that. So we have At Night, Mood Exposure and Euphoric Fusion, which is very sadly discontinued, but some of my all-time favourites from Hourglass. We then have one of the Fenty Beauty blushes. This is Tahiti Tease, just a perfect everyday peachy nude. 2 RMS products. We've got one of their blushes, which is Crystal Slipper, and then we've got the highlighter. Absolutely beautiful, both of these, but probably don't get as much use as they should these days. And then we've got one of the Dior, Backstage blushes in the shade Toffee. Absolutely beautiful. Again, you can probably see the theme in here is it's a lot of wearable everyday, like softer neutrals, which is kind of my jam day to day. So that's that little section there. Then let's go through the Chanel section. At the back we've got, of course, Rêve de Camellia, and the rest of these are blushes. So we've got a couple of the creamed powders, Rose Radiant and Beige Eclatant. These cream powder blushes, absolutely adore these. I think these were the first sort of cream blush product to make it into my top drawer and into regular rotation. Absolutely stunning. And then we have my 4 favourite powder blushes from Chanel. We've got, is that, yeah, Alizane, one of my kind of most used day-to-day blushes. Again, these are all fairly sort of everyday wearable blushes. Reflex. Of course, we have Elegance, all-time classic Chanel blush. And then lastly, we have Broom Door. Again, just a beautiful everyday wearable nude neutral blush. My little Chanel section of joy and delight. And then finally, again, a mishmash in here of brands and products. Starting at the back, we've got Hermès Rose Hale, my favourite from these sort of oversized Hermès blushes. Cause me constant problems because it just doesn't really fit in here, but we do what we can. It has to be in here, otherwise I won't use it. Same really goes for this Westman Atelier bronzer duo. This is shade 2. I kind of wish I'd gone with shade 1. I think I thought it would be too light for me, but I think actually they're very buildable and quite pigmented. So I may actually go back for a second shade of this. Again, it's very annoying because it doesn't quite fit beautifully anywhere. We then have my most used shade of Prada highlight, which is the pinky shade. Can't remember what number is it, 4. Then I have both of my Sisley blushes, the L'Orchidée blushes, some of my all-time favourites. I have shades 1 and shade 3, which is the coral, just absolutely glorious. Not sure how well we're focusing on those. Then I have a limited edition Dior blush. This is, I think, the Birds of a Feather blush, perhaps, something like that. It's number 468, another perfect nude blush. We've got the new Sisley highlighter in here. Do you see how scratched that is already? Just goes to show how well I don't take care of things. I actually just use them and enjoy them, so Yeah, very unusual, I know, not to see things pristine. I'm not 100% sure that will stay in here for forever, but for now I'm using that quite a lot. My favourite Gucci highlighter, this is again the pinky shade, and we've got Gucci bronzer in here, the lightest shade currently, although I go back and forth. We've then got a Fara Homidi, the full-sized bronzer. This is in the shade Lumen, as well as the refill that we spoke about in there. I've got one shade of the YSL Make Me Blush. I think it's 12. Yes, shade 12. I'm actually wearing this one today. Absolutely gorgeous packaging. I then have all 3 shades of these new Gucci glow blushes that have become my absolute favourites. But I will say they need to hurry up and make more shades, because there are just no more that I would like to go back for, and I love the formula so much, but I need more shades. I want some neutrals. Please, Gucci, give us some neutrals, or give us bronzers in this formula also. It's absolutely stunning. So this is the Soft Plum, and then Warm Peach, and the Fresh Coral shade. Just adore these. Use them most times I do my makeup at the moment. And there are 2 more Gucci blushes in here of the original formula. I think this is the Rosy Beige, absolutely stunning everyday shade of blush. And then this was a limited edition. This is Soft Peach, like the perfect name for that blush, because it is just a very soft peach, funnily enough. And that is everything in my everyday most used top drawer. Okay, and there you have it. That is a good route through my top favourites drawer. Please let me know all of your thoughts. Were there any surprises? Were there products you expected to see in there that weren't, or products that you saw in there that you wouldn't have expected to be in my top most used favourites drawer? Please let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. But thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.